Welcome to all of you. Now we are going to discuss the topic that is the versatile nature of carbon, the properties of carbon in the chapter carbon and its compounds. So before discussing the compounds of carbon, let us know what are the properties of carbon. So we know carbon, these are the elements placed in periodic table. If you see, this is the position of carbon in the periodic table, that is group 14. As a non-metals placed in group 14, what are the group members of carbon? Carbon, silicon, germanium, tin, lead. These are also present with these group elements: carbon, silicon, germanium, tin and leads, and these are called group 14 elements. If you see the properties of carbon, we know carbon belongs to group 14, these group 14 elements of the periodic table. Carbon present with other elements: silicon, germanium, tin and lead. These are called group 14 elements. All are, generally almost all are non-metals except lead and tin, which are metals, but all the others are non-metals, and germanium, these are non-metalloids, but carbon is a non-metals. Carbon is a non-metal and exists in solid at room temperature. If you see the physical state of carbon, always exists in solid state at room temperature. Then carbon, it has tetravalency. That means it has 4 electrons. If you see the configuration, carbon atom number 6, that is configuration 2 and 4. So as it has 4 electrons in outermost shell, so it has valency 4. So it is satisfied tetravalent nature. Tetravalent element, that means valency 4. It can share these 4 electrons with other elements. It can contribute this 4 electron, valence electron, to other elements for the formation of covalent bonds. Then important property of carbon is carbon always produce covalent bonds. Why the carbon produce covalent bond? By sharing of electron. Because ionic bond is produced between cation and anions. The carbon, in case of carbon, formation of carbon 4 plus and formation of carbon 4 minus is energetically not possible, because to accept 4 electrons to become C4 minus, to lose 4 electrons to become C4 plus, energetically is not possible in case of carbon due to small size. That's why it only can produce covalent bond by sharing its valency electrons. Then another property of carbon is carbon produce multiple bond. Already we have read in covalent compounds that formation of covalent bonds, it may be a single bond, double bond, triple bond. But the important versatile nature of carbon is it can produce single bond, double bond and triple bond. 3 types of bond is possible in case of carbon. That's why it produces multiple covalent bonds. Then another important property of carbon is carbon exists in allotropic forms. It exists in allotropic forms. Carbon exists in allotropic form. Generally important stable allotropes are diamond and graphite. Generally we are using this your day-to-day life. Diamond and graphite, these are very important allotropic modification of carbons. Then another important property of carbon is carbon has a unique ability to form strong bond. The carbon-carbon bond is very stronger bond. Due to this nature, carbon produce long chain carbon compounds. We know our body is consisting of biomolecules, or biomolecules is made of carbon chain. Due to the stability of carbon chain, mainly where our body is consists of so many biomolecules which are highly stable, because due to stable carbon chain, we can say. So this property of carbon to form a long carbon chain is called catenation, and this property mainly shown by carbon. That's why biomolecule is made of carbons. So carbon has a catenation property Carbon exists in allotrophic forms, and these are very important properties of carbon. You see, due to this catenation property, if you see, it is the produce a straight chain compound, it will produce a branch chain compound, and it also produce cyclic compound, a ring chain compound. Due to this catenation property, carbon can exist in a straight chain, branch chain, and cyclic chain. Only due to the catenation property, because carbon chain is very stronger compared to other bonds, other covalent bonds. That's why carbon exists in carbon shows catenation property. That property is not shown by in the group elements like your silicon and other elements. This property only carbon shown due to very stronger carbon-carbon bond. Then what are the allotropes? Already you know carbon exists in allotropic forms, diamond and graphites. Allotropes are the elements which are chemically identical but differ in physical properties. Elements of having different forms but showing same chemical property but different physical property are called allotropes. Diamond and graphite are two important allotropes of carbon. What are the properties of diamond and graphite? Let us discuss. Diamond, you can see, diamond is that is your transparent and shining property, but graphite is black and shine. In compared to diamond, graphite is less shining, less luster compared to diamond. But diamond is more luster, bright. It produces bright illuminated lights. And diamond is also very hard. We can say diamond is the hardest substance we know. In compared to diamond, graphite is soft and which is slippery nature. In compared to diamond, it is soft. Then it is the diamond cannot conduct electricity, that's a bad conductor, but graphite is a good conductor, and the density of diamond is very high compared to your graphite, which is lower than diamond. Then another thing, diamond, due to this luster property, is very hard. Diamond used as jewelry and for drilling and cutting of different metals, glass, due to very hardness property. But graphite has a good conductor and soft and slippery nature, so it is used as a dry cell because it is a good conductor, electrical arc, and a lubricant because high melting point, you can say, so acts as a lubricant, and used in pencil, lead pencil because it is a good conductor. And also very important thing is, as it is slippery nature, that's why it is used in the pencil for marking on the paper, and smoothly it runs. So due to this property of diamond and graphite, they differ from one another and they are differ in uses for their characteristic special properties. If you see the structure of diamond and graphite, you see diamond, just if you see the structure of diamonds, one carbon attached to 4 carbon in diamonds. Suppose this is the 1 carbon attached to 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this carbon, center carbon, is attached to 4 carbon. But in case of graphite, 1 carbon attached to 3 carbon. You remember this is the difference between diamond and graphite. In the diamond, carbon connected to 4 carbon atoms, but in graphite, carbon connected to 3 carbon atoms. And this diamond has a network structure, that means carbon connected to another carbons in network form and 3D network form. But graphite has a layer structure. These are hexagon. These two hexagons join one another, and over one hexagon are connected to another hexagon and forming a layer. So layer over layer are produced in graphite due to layer structure. Due to this layer structure, already we discussed the property of graphite is slippery nature. Due to layer structure, it is slippery nature and also soft. That's why it can be pressed with pressure. And it is also a good conductor because it has free electrons. Graphite has free electrons, that's why it is a good conductor. but diamond has no free electrons because one carbon attached to four carbon. All valence electron carbon are utilized in the formation of covalent bonds. That's why it has no existence of free electrons. That's why it is a bad conductor. But graphite, as it produces one carbon attached to three carbon, so one electrons remaining in each carbon, that's why it acts as a good conductor. So these are the some important properties of diamond and graphite, and which are the allotropes of carbon, what are the important properties of carbon, and how it differ from other elements in group elements. Okay, then next class we will discuss about the organic compounds of carbon and what are the properties, what are the classification. We will discuss in the next class. Okay, thank you all.